Good afternoon, Mr. Amilcar.
How are you, Mr. Victor?
Amilcar, it's great to see you again here at the Barcelona International
My pleasure,
Community Day.
once more.
And, it's every year I look forward to seeing this because I get to spend some time with you. And
It's the
please,
first time I'm here, actually,
Amilcar,
with you.
dinos, I'm sorry, it's English. Tell us, what is it that you do? What organization are you representing today?
Well, here I'm representing one of the Gaudi properties in the UNESCO World Heritage List named Casa Batllo, located in Passeig de Gràcia, number 43.
You're the Casa Batllo man.
Well, I'm one of the team of ambassadors that we have on the Casa Batllo. We are now, since we are growing, the number of ambassadors is growing as well, and we have ambassadors for different topics: culture, heritage, neurodiversity, technology, business, marketing. So we are a wide range of
I want to
teams.
be a Casa Batllo ambassador.
Oh, wow.
I'm always promoting you guys. I'm promoting you specifically.
Well,
and
nice.
you've been very kind to me with the different organizations of the Metropolitan Business Association, the American Society, Barcelona Metropolitan, always very graciously inviting us to some of the really cool events that you guys host that many people don't know about. Can you share some of the culture and some of these events?
Well, we have the most popular event that we have had are basically three. The first of them, chronologically, is the video mapping that we do in the last week of January or the first weekend of February. So next year, or this year, 2025, we have the video mapping projection in the facade of the house on the 1st and 2nd of February, which 220,000 people in 2 nights in this amazing Passeig de Gràcia witnessed one of the most outstanding digital work of art projected in this analogical work of art.
So that's when the Casa Batllo was kind of melting before our eyes.
Yeah. It's where technology or digital technology meets Gaudi. That's in January.
Digital technology meets Gaudi.
Yes,
All
because
right.
Gaudi is technology, but analogical one. And then the second is in the 23rd of April, when we decorate the facade with the roses of St. George, which is representing St. Jordi. It's the legend of St. George that it is already embedded in the facade, in the storytelling of the facade, that we decorate with roses since 2016. Next year we will celebrate the 10th anniversary of that new tradition that really makes people fall in love with the facade because it's absolutely astonishing. Sant Jordi is an amazing day to be in Catalonia, and we're very proud of being a significant point where to see and live a legend.
Excellent.
And
So that's two.
And the third one is about to happen, actually this November, where we have the Christmas winter, we call it winter light and sound show in the facade.
Okay.
So, compared with the video mapping that lasts 2 nights, or the St. George, who lasts 3 days, during the winter season, starting this year in the 22nd of November, we will light the facade with sound every 30 minutes or 15 minutes, we are about to decide it, with a jingle, sending a colorful message that tries to enhance the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of the season, not just Christmas, but also of the winter, and of course with the outstanding decoration of the Christmas decoration of the Passeig de Gràcia Avenue, which is really wonderful. So these are 3 main events, free of charge, I have to say, so everybody can go to the facade of Casa Batllo and to enjoy it for free. And thousands of people, they gather in the facade in order to witness that. So if you are living in Barcelona, you are able to go to the 3 of them. Or if you're not living in Barcelona, you can come on these 3 milestones and try and just to enjoy the house in a different way. Night, day, in the night light, daylight.
Okay. Cool. Well, I want to talk about your trajectory and the story of you in Barcelona. So you're originally from Mexico City.
Yes. No, I'm originally from Veracruz.
Veracruz, sorry.
Yes, Veracruz.
I was thinking me. You're originally from Mexico. And you came to Barcelona originally when?
I came on the 13th of September 2012. And I remember that day very well because it happened 2 days after the Diada de Catalunya and 2 days before the Mexican Day, which is the 15th of September. That's why I remember I went to eat pozole in a friend's house on that Saturday, 15th of September. So 2 days before I arrived to Barcelona.
So you participated in the Mexicanos de Catalunya event? El Grito?
Yes, it was at the home at the time, and I'm talking about 2012. So I didn't mention the year, just the day, 13 September 2012. So 13 years ago.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
and then that's when you came here, and what were you doing? Were you
At the
studying?
time, I came to do the second year of the master degrees on cultural institutions management, and yeah, I started that in September 2000. Online, I started online in 2011 in the University of Barcelona, and then in 2012, I moved here to do the second year in person in the University of Barcelona, and that's why. In that semester, actually was a whole year. It changed my life. I started connecting with all the UNESCO sites in Barcelona and in Catalonia. So I did my research on the UNESCO sites in the territory in Catalonia.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I met Casa Batllo, La Pedrera, Sagrada Familia, Hospital de San Pau, Tarraco, the city of Tarraco, and the Romanesque churches of Valdebuí. So I mean, I met several people. I learned Catalan very fast. I arrived in September and I was speaking Catalan on January. I remember very well because I knew French before. I learned French 20 years ago, and that's my first steps were very rooted on the specific topic of UNESCO sites.
So you were students and doing the UNESCO stuff, UNESCO research, UNESCO world, I suppose.
Yeah, actually, yes.
And then a few years later, you join Casa Batllo.
Yeah, I joined Casa Batllo in 2013 when I was doing my internship. I was doing an internship. They asked me to do an internship to do a report for UNESCO and a management plan. And because of my background, I was able to do it because I've been dealing and interested in UNESCO-related topics since a long time ago. And then I realized that I was able to do it, and I did it very well. And they, but my plans at that time was to do a PhD. That's why I didn't continue in Casa Batllo. We finished the season very, very well. And 5 years later, in 2018, they called me back to be the responsible of the implementation of the UNESCO Convention in Casa Batllo. So my expertise in World Heritage now is serving exclusively Casa Batllo, and because of that, I represent the house in all the UNESCO-related institutions, the Ministry of Culture, the Catalan Department of Culture as well, and of course I represent the house in the meeting with other UNESCO Gaudi sites, like La Pedrera, like Casa Milà, Palauel, Park Güell, Crypt of the Güell Colony, and so on and so forth.
Wow, you're like Mr. Gaudí.
Well, I'm Mr. World Heritage, probably, and I'm an expert. I ended up being sort of the Gaudi Outstanding Universal Value, and yeah, so I've learned a lot. I'm still learning from the histories of art, many conferences that I have listened to Gaudi. Actually, we wrote a book about Gaudi recently, about Casa Batllo, and it was very, very interesting thing.
Fantastic. So let me ask you this. Now that you've been working here and you're like an expert in Gaudi, where do you like to eat food in Barcelona? What's your favorite restaurant?
Well, if it is paella, I have the Chiringuito very close to the Mafre Tower. I just don't remember exactly the name. That's one of my favorite places. Another that I really recommend it is very, very affordable is Taller de Tapas. There are several Taller de Tapas, and I think many of the tapas that they say there are very, very good. And yeah, so for paella, Chiringuito Las Sardinas, it's called. And then for tapas, Taller de Tapas is a good choice.
Now, did you, in talking about the internationalization of Barcelona, there was an American who came to me and told me that he wanted to do a tasting of all the different taquerias in Barcelona. Do you happen to know how many taquerias there are in Barcelona?
I have no idea.
Okay, so it's an American guy. His name is Roland Sabates. He's a tax advisor, but he didn't want to be known as the tax guy. He wanted to be known as the taco guy. And he's actually from Kansas City, and they can eat a lot of chile in Kansas City, much more than I can. And he educated me on the number of taquerias in Barcelona, and it blew me away. I thought he was absolutely lying. There are 141 taquerias in Barcelona. Not restaurants, taquerias.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that can't be possible.
What?
But he and I have probably tasted like 40 different ones, and he has a a bunch of different scoring mechanisms because he wants to have like the best one. He wants to be like the taco reporting guy when he looks for tax clients. He talks about taxes for 15 minutes, and then they have tacos for like 90 minutes, and it's more informal, and people kind of open up. But anyway, you've been here. Do you see a growth of people from Mexico that are coming here to enjoy the beauty of all the Gaudi work?
I know. Yes, absolutely. And because of the statistics of Casa Batllo, the number of Mexicans visiting Casa Batllo, and of course, in consequence, other Gaudi properties and Gaudi buildings is increasing. So the amount of Mexicans that are traveling to Catalonia, to Barcelona, to visit Gaudi properties, it's really, really increasing. I have not exactly the number, the figure, but one of the interesting things that happened in Casa Batllo is for several months during the year, the Mexicans are the ones that they do the largest amount of expense. They pay the same ticket, but when they are in the store, they buy more.
Really?
per person. So it's per capita. It's one of the largest.
One of the
we call it.
factoids.
Yeah. So I don't know actually why this is happening. We think people from France or Italy they are more in number, but when it's about to buy in the store, Mexicans several times during the year, they are the number one.
Excellent. All right, and then I also know something about you in that you like to ride your bike around the city.
Yeah, I like.
You're a biker.
I'm a biker. Yes.
And did you always have this, I guess, propensity to use your bicycle, or were you in Mexico or in other areas?
I remember I lived in Mexico City from 2008 to 2010. So in these 2 years, I had a mountain bike, and I used to ride in the Los Insurgentes, in Paseo de la Reforma, and to use my bike to move around. They stole the bike, so once I went to I went to see the movie of Robin Hood, which was a thief. And when I was finished the movie outside, probably a Robin Hood stole my own bike.
This was in Insurgentes or in Reforma?
No, it was near to la Metro Hidalgo in la Ciudadela. It's not la Ciudadela, it's Alameda Central.
Okay.
Near to la Alameda Central, near to Palacio de Bellas Artes. So when I arrived in Barcelona, I started riding a bike, the public bikes. Then I owned my own bike, and I have had like 3 bikes here in Barcelona. And I go to work by bike. And I travel by bike most of the time.
So would you say Barcelona is a bikeable city?
Indeed, yes. And
Okay.
I've been in several cities in Europe.
Amsterdam?
Yes, Amsterdam is a bikeable city. However, Amsterdam, the streets are made of stone, so it's more shaking when you are. And because of the weather of the Netherlands, not just in Amsterdam, it's raining most of the time. So it's a little bit dangerous to ride the bike with a wet stone in Amsterdam.
So you got to be hardcore to do it. But they go by and they won't wait for you. They'll ride your ass over over there in Amsterdam.
I was amazed about the size of the bike parkings in several floors, were only full of bikes next to the train stations.
So that's another aspect of Barcelona that we haven't really touched today, and that is every year it seems to be more bikeable.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more bike friendly, but I think we have some ways to go to make it safe and affordable, and that you don't have to worry about cars hitting you. But getting back to more, you love the Barcelona. Is there anything else that you would like to say today to the crowd at the International Community Day?
I would like to say just respect the city, love the city, take care of the city and its citizens, and yeah, be kind with others anywhere, anywhere, anytime.
I love that message because I love my city. Barcelona is my beautiful city, and I've adopted it, and I'm very protective of it. And so I love the fact that you're the only person that said enjoy the city and be safe and kind to others. So,
Yeah.
Soc Barcelonín
By choice.
by choice.
Yes.
Anyway, great to see you.
Thank you,
you very
Victor.
much.
Pleasure.
And get to the Casa Batllo. I know it's a big, giant place with lots of tourists, but if you have a chance, there's a lot of history there.
Yes.
And if you say hi to Amilcar. All right. Thank you so
Victor.
much.
Thank you.